Good evening, everyone. I am Sonam from Nursing Department, Assistant Professors in RPIIT Medical and Technical Campus. So today discuss the topic pregnancy-induced hypertension. What is hypertension? Hypertension is one of the most common complications during pregnancy, increased maternal and prenatal morbidity and mortality. Incidence 6 to 8% of all pregnancies. Next is classifications of hypertension. Classifications of hypertensions: chronic hypertension, chronic hypertensions with preeclampsia and gestational hypertension. Chronic hypertension present before the 20th week of pregnancy, that present before pregnancy, and chronic hypertension with preeclampsia, proteinuria developing for the first time during pregnancy in a woman with non-chronic hypertensions, and in a gestational hypertension with proteinuria developing after 20 weeks of gestation during labor or the peripurum in previously normotensive non-proteinuric women. Next is preeclampsia is the type of pregnancy-induced hypertension. What is preeclampsia? Preeclampsia, in which diastolic BP of 90 mmHg or higher or systolic BP is 140 mmHg or higher, with proteinuria after 20 weeks of gestation in a woman with previously normal BP. Next, what is proteinuria which are increased in the preeclampsia? Proteinuria is defined as the renal excretions of 300 mg per liter or more of protein in 24 hours urine collections. Next is diagnostic evaluations for preeclampsia is hypertension. What is hypertension? Hypertension, an absolute rise of blood pressure at least 140 mmHg is known as hypertension. Next is proteinuria, presence of protein in 24 hours urine more than 0.3 gram or more is known as proteinuria. Next is edema. Edema over the ankle after 12 hours bed rest or rapid gain in weight of more than 1 lbcans a week or more than 5 lbcans a month is known as the edema in preeclampsia. Next is risk factor. What are the risk factors? First is primigravida. Who is primigravida? Is a woman who conceived first time is known as primigravida. Next is family history. Placental abnormalities like placenta previa and placenta abruptio. Next is obesity, pre-existing vascular disease, new paternity and thrombophlebitis. Next is clinical types. It is two type, mild and severe. Mild में क्या होता है? Diastolic BP is about 90 mmHg, but systolic is less than 110 mmHg. And in severe, systolic BP more than 160 and diastolic BP is more than 110 mmHg, and proteinuria more than 5 gram in 24 hours, oliguria less than 400 ml urine in 24 hours, platelet count less than 1 lakh, HELLP syndrome and cerebral or visual disturbance. Next is clinical feature. Clinical features are divided into warning signs, mild symptoms and alarming symptoms. In warning signs include such as severe headache, blurred vision, nausea or vomit, dizziness or double vision, excessive swelling over the hand, feet, and rapid pulse known as the tachycardia. And in mild symptoms include slight swelling over the ankles, face, vulva, and whole body also. And in a sign, abnormal weight gain, rise blood pressure, edema, pulmonary edema, and alarming signs include headache, diminished urine output, disturbed sleep, epigastric pain, eye symptom, and blurred vision also. Next is investigations. We perform some investigations in preeclampsia like that urine examinations and blood value. Urine examinations is performed for proteinuria, and it may be traced at the time copious, and there may be few Hyaline cast and few red blood cells, etc. And in our blood values, we perform complete CBC and platelets count for the platelets. And next is ophthalmoscopic examinations is performed for blood visions and blindness, etc. And next is antenatal monitoring. In antenatal monitorings, we assessment is done of the fetus, like that fetal kick count, या फिर like that growth of the fetus, slicer pockets, etc. Next is management. Why we do the management? There are some objectives that why we do the management. First is to stabilize the hypertension and to prevent severe preeclampsia, prevent the complications like prevent eclampsia. Healthy baby is optimal time, restorations of health of mother and peripurum. Next, hospital managements provide rest, proper rest to the patients and diet according to the conditions of the patient. And some medications we also provide, like that antihypertensive agents. If the patient BP is rise, then we provide some antihypertensive agents like methyl dopa. Methyl dopa is anti-androgenic contents, and 250 or 500 mg TID. Libetalol, these are the beta blockers, and 250 mg provide to the patient. And Hedarline, vascular smooth or muscle relaxants, and 10 to 25 mg provide to the patient. Next is sedatives to cut down the emotional factors. Mild sedatives may be given orally, as like that phenobarbital 60 mg or diazepam 5 mg at the bedtime. And next is management. These are the obstetrical management. We include in obstetrical management, firstly include durations of treatment. ठीक है. In that we include three group A, group B and group C. And second is the methods of delivery. We include 2 inductions of labor and cesarean sections. In a group A is preeclampsia features completely subside and the durations of pregnancy is far from term. The patient may be discharged with advice to attend the antenatal clinic after 1 week. If the patient is near term, she should be kept for a few days till completion of 37 weeks. Thereafter, decision to be taken either terminate the pregnancy or wait for spontaneous onset of labor by the due date. Next is group B. In group B, like partial control of the preeclampsia features, but the blood pressure maintain a steady high level. If pregnancy is beyond 37 complete weeks, termination should to be done without delay. If less than 38 weeks, expectant terminations may be extended until such a period is reached when the baby is mature enough to survive, and then to consider terminations. In group C, in group C, we include like that increasing BP to severe level. Termination is to be done without delay, irrespective of period of gestations. Such as patient may be need prophylactic anticonvulsant therapy with magnesium sulfate. And methods of delivery, we choose 2 methods of delivery like inductions of labor and cesarean sections. We choose inductions of labor in that case if the cervix is ripe. Surgical induction by low rupture of membrane is the method of choice. Oxytocin infusion may be added to accelerate the process in selected cases. And in cesarean sections, we choose the cesarean sections in some cases, like when an urgent termination is needed but the cervix is unfavorable, cervix is not dilated, and if patient is suffering from severe preeclampsia and some complicated factor like that prima gravida, contracted pelvis and malpresentations. Thus these are the topics and about the preeclampsia. Thank you.